What's up people, it's Ian, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys a Starfire Protocol Warlock build. Before we get started though, I just want to say thank you guys for the comments, likes, the views on the last video. By far, that was my best video, so thank you guys. And I just want to start it off by saying if you do enjoy this video, consider dropping a like, a comment, and subscribing. Let me know what you think of the build, let me know what you've been rocking lately, especially on Warlocks, and let's get started. Also, I saw many good comments saying about adding a dim link to my videos, so going forward when I do build videos, I will be dropping the dim link in the description. So, with all that said, let's get into the build. This build is going to look very similar if you see my last video, and it's using the Forbearance. This comes from the new Onslaught mode, and I consider this to be one of the best weapons to come from Onslaught. If you don't get this, well, that's gonna suck. You're gonna really want this thing. If you're using a build that wants to spam grenades and likes having its other abilities sometimes, this is the best weapon in the game to do that with. Demolitionist, Wellspring, the Origin trait. Get a few kills, you get your whole grenade back. It's the best weapon with demo because it also gets Wellspring and its Origin trait and it's a wave frame. There's other weapons that have demo Wellspring but they don't have the Origin trait and they aren't wave frames. This is the best ad clearing weapon in the game, and it has the best perks for getting kills to give you energy in the game. So it's a no-brainer. That's why we're using it with this build. I'm using a random Midnight Coup here with the explosive payload kinetic tremors. It also has the Origin trait, but it's not really affecting the build too much outside of that. And a Dragon's Breath because it just keeps killing enemies to proc our Starfire Protocol regen. So I'm going to go into the subclass, and then I'm going to let you guys see how this kind of works. I'm also going to go over the mods, and I'm going to tell you the synergy that's going on. So, we're using Well of Radiance because we're on a Warlock. It's kind of standard. This also works as an Empowering Rift for our Starfire Protocol. Obviously, we're using an Empowering Rift because that's how the build works. We need to get kills when we are inside an Empowering Rift, so we have that. Whatever jump you want. Incinerator Snap because I like the cooldown and the close range damage. Fusion Grenades because Starfire Protocol. Then we have Touch of Flame, so our fusion grenades explode twice. Double damage. And we have Heat Rises, so that kills we get in midair give us melee energy. That's mainly what I use it for. For fragments, I have Ember of Resolve. Because we do not have healing rifts, I want some sustain, so this healing us when we get grenade kills is very useful. Then we have Ember of Benevolence to pair with Ember of Torches, so whenever we get a powered melee attack against a combatant, we become radiant and so do our teammates. When we do that and our teammates get the radiant buff, Benevolence will proc, giving us 350% ability regen to all of our abilities. And then we have Ember of Searing, so that when we defeat scorched enemies, we get melee energy and make a fire sprite. These fire sprites give grenade energy when they are picked up. Now, let's get into the mods. So, on the helmet, double ashes to assets. This gives insane super energy generation on grenade kills. On our gauntlets, we have firepower and 2x grenade kickstarts to have our grenades up very often, even more than we would otherwise, and to make orbs of power with our grenades. On the chest, which is Starfire Protocol, use whatever 2 resist mods you want for your activity, and use a charged up for 1 more stack of armor charge. For the boots, use stacks on stacks and 2 innervations, so you can have 1 more. So picking up orbs of power gives 1 more stack of armor charge, and so our orbs of power are giving us grenade energy. Lastly, on our bond, use 2x bombers so that we can get our grenade back from using our class ability, and powerful attraction, so when we use our class ability, it will pick up nearby orbs of power. The way that this build works is we want to put down our Empowering Rift and shoot our Forbearance from within the Empowering Rift. This works insanely well with Starfire Protocol because our fusion grenades have an additional charge and recharge from doing damage with empowered weapons. Empowered weapon final blows grant even more energy, and defeating targets with our fusion grenades gives us rift energy. Basically, we sit in our Empowering Rift, we shoot our Forbearance, hit enemies, kill enemies. We're getting energy to our grenade from this proccing, and we're getting energy from our grenade from all of these perks proccing. If you're in an empowering rift and you get 1 kill, that's like 80% of your grenade back. If you can do the math, that means if you get like 3 kills, you're basically getting both of your grenades back. And that's not even considering fire sprites, orbs of power, popping your rift in the first place, and you have a well of radiance on top of that. You can easily get half of your well back before it even expires. And to show you guys, I'm going to jump into some Grasp of Avarice and then some Onslaught, so I'll see you guys there. Alright, so here we are at Grasp of Avarice, and I'm going to show you guys the build. So, we're going to throw our grenades, put down our rift, get 1 kill. See my grenade energy here? Miss that guy. There's my grenade, throw my grenade. Shoot my Forbearance. Another grenade, put down my Empowering Rift. Shoot this guy, another grenade. And yeah, you just kind of sit here, throw your grenades, do crazy stuff. You can also use your other weapon. So if I throw my grenade here, you can see even this is giving me decent grenade energy. So I'm going to wait for more ads to spawn. Pick up this ammo. Throw my grenade. Just give him my rift back, so I put my rift down. And you can see even with our Midnight Q here, we're getting decent energy. But the Forbearance is the real start here. So, yeah, I'm going to take this into Onslaught and show you guys how it performs there. Let's get it. Here we are at Onslaught. This is just 1600 just to show you guys the build, but trust me, it does the same thing in Legend. It's just, I didn't want to LFG. While we're waiting for Wave 1 to start, I also want to mention, these grenades do 50,000 damage if you count both explosions, so they're not a slouch. I'm sure you've seen people use them in Vault of Glass to kill the final boss. There's a reason, they do a lot of damage. So, you definitely have the DPS there as well, on top of the spamming. We're against the Hive here. There's another grenade. Yep, you pretty much just want to play in and around your rift at all times and get your kills with the Forbearance and enjoy nice fusion grenades. As you can see, I already have over half my super, and that was only Wave 1. I also recommend to actually not use your melee too often, because the way Wellspring works is the energy it grants is divided amongst your abilities that are not charged. So the more abilities you leave charged, the more energy you get from it. So it's actually better if you don't use your melee that often, because you're obviously going to be using your rift to do the build in the first place. So if you only use your grenade, it lets you keep a lot of that Wellspring efficiency. So I'm just going to play till Wave 5, let the gameplay speak for itself. I've already explained enough. And yeah, let's get it. Alright, I'll play through this little pyramid ship part, and then we'll close the video out. Alrighty guys, hope you enjoyed the build. I encourage you guys to try it, make your own tweaks of course. Let me know how you're running a build like this, let me know if you are running a build like this, and let me know what you want to see down below guys. Take it easy.